Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Chemical Vision Podcast. This is episode 18. I think we're calling this one Murder the Groove, okay? For some reasons, we'll fill you in a minute. But anyway, if you don't know, I'm Johnny Chase, your interdimensional guitar wizard. I'm here with my main man.
I'm Tyler. And today we have a guest, Mr. David Scott.
Woo!
We don't have the button. I would push the applause button.
Yeah.
We're not at the usual spot tonight, but we really appreciate you coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So just in case anybody's wondering why he's talking like that, we let him know that when we interview the Mechs and when we interview anybody else, they must talk with the metronome in their ears. If they do not speak on grid, we're getting rid of the episode.
Yeah, you guys can't hear it, but it's like, so everything needs to be in the groove tonight, because this is Murder the Groove.
Yeah, remember,
Murder
David, if you
groove.
don't, this episode's done.
Yeah. Otherwise, it won't work. So,
all right. Anyway, but David, thank you very much for being on this episode. Super excited to get into the interview at some point, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
All right. So we got segment 1, I think, on the docket for tonight. I guess we want to give a massive shout out to everybody who's been with us since day one. We actually have one of them in studio with us right now. Our main girl, Cass.
right off camera.
Woo, she's right off camera, but she's here with us. She's helping. Actually, at some point, she's just going to be the producer of this podcast. That's what actually is going to happen.
She's saying no. She's like, no.
Yeah, but
She's like, I just want to hang out and drink, guys.
yeah. Well, listen, if you've listened to all 18 episodes, you're basically family now. Big love to all the visionaries. We appreciate it.
I don't know if
You have
Tofu
18
made it in
episodes?
frame.
I thought this was the first one.
Thank you. Well, I guess we're not doing too well in the marketing.
Oh, I guess not.
Everybody's
Dang.
done
All
that.
right,
But
well, welcome to episode 18, buddy. I don't know where the frame ends, but Tofu, the studio cat, has come to join us as well today.
Tofu.
He's
Bubba
down.
boy.
I think he's just laying down there.
He is.
just chill.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. He's actually, this is also, you guys know, some of the live rehearsals for CV in the spot, and every once in a while, Tofu, the little kitty, makes an appearance.
Yep. Shout out Tofu.
Shout out Tofu.
Shout out Cass. Shout out Pops. Oh, Pops pulling up a seat.
That's
we got
right.
an audience. We got a studio audience tonight.
All right. Well,
If I point at you guys, then I'm gonna need you to clap. That's all. You don't have to talk, okay?
yes, that works better.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass just did for everybody.
Yeah.
She was off camera doing this. That's what she's going to do. All right. We got segment 2. This is going to be Signal Boost. All right. You guys know what this one's for. This is where we're going to shout out typically a local favorite, maybe that's doing something cool, some local band that's maybe a cool track.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. I'm gonna shout out Cruel Curses for this one. They just put out another long one. Dude, I don't even know how to begin to think about remembering that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's 100%. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, go check that out. Cruel Curses.
It's amazing.
I'm a piece of shit because I don't remember the title of the newest one. I believe it has the devil in it.
Yeah,
which makes me really happy. But yeah, when the devil.
I can actually now you're making me blank, but I
Yeah,
can picture the color.
Yeah.
A cover. It's white with 3 congruent blue.
Just go get
sine
it.
waves.
Just go get it in your ears. It's good. It's good.
It's pretty awesome. Also,
I'm gonna hear it tomorrow night.
And as far as this one's kind of breaking the boundaries for us, this is like a local, but they're also an international group now. Nevertell released a badass music video that I've been watching lately. It's pretty awesome.
Dude, those boys just landed a headline gig in UK.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shout out Nevertell.
Yeah,
Holy
shout out
crap,
Nevertell.
dude.
That's wild. And it's crazy for
I'm not jealous
seeing you guys been playing
at all.
some day one stuff to doing some amazing stuff. That's dope. We love it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
so
sick.
that's my shout out. I don't know, David, anybody locally or anything that's doing something cool you want to shout out?
That's doing something cool?
Yeah,
you mean
maybe
besides
something cool.
myself?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
You can shout out yourself.
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna shout out myself, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What have you been doing?
I've been rehearsing for this show coming up tomorrow that I'm actually pretty excited about.
Yeah. So when you got everybody hears this, it'll be
last week.
It'll be 1 week prior when you listen to this episode. But yes.
Yes. Yes.
So much for self-promoting this show.
Shout out. No, but
shout out playing live shows.
Shout out to David playing live shows.
Yeah.
Yes. Woo!
Are you playing with this band? Is this your band here?
Chemical Vision?
No, Murder the Crow. It's on your shirt.
Oh yes. This is the band.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what'd be really cool is if Johnny and I could come play that show with you.
Well, funny you say that.
That would be really cool.
So for those who do not know, I also, and Tyler he's been having Murder the Crow for a long time. I also play live in Murder the Crow with David and Tyler. I'm now a member of the Murder.
Yes.
And
but we're a 2015 band, you know. We're not like
correct. So I'm a fledgling in this group, and anyway, I love it. You guys should check it out.
And a very dynamic fledgling you are.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. And maybe that's because I'm stretching the use of the word fledgling with my age. But anyway.
Well, you got some pretty hair, so that's all that matters.
Amen. All right.
I do have some. I bought some shampoo and conditioner, which I know probably seems really weird.
God bless.
But I do have facial hair sometimes that I need to wash. But anyway, it came with some serum that's like for pretty hair, and I don't know why I'm telling you on the show, but I'm telling you on the show.
Serum?
So remind me. I'll give
Are
it.
you sure it's for
it's
hair?
Like, it's it says it's really good for you. So I think you.
Okay.
But it's anyway. It's unopened. I think you might.
Thank you.
You should have it. You have the pretty hair.
But perfect. Thank you very much. You know how to get to my sweet spot.
That's
But all right, guys. That's gonna take us perfectly a segue into segment 3 here. Okay.
Oh yes.
All right.
The VIP man.
The
VIP.
This is really the reason why
this is a very
this.
organized show.
Yeah, well, we
You
try
got segments,
and
sub-segments.
To be
We're
honest,
in segment 3.
I can't tell if he's being like
Me neither.
sarcastic
I'm like,
or-
wait a minute.
Oh, I'm being
That's his
sarcastic.
gift. That's his gift.
Yeah. But all right.
All right,
So,
on to segment 3.
back on grid. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I was wondering when he was gonna hear it. Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be an interview with David Scott of Murder the Crow. All right, let's dive in.
Yes, let's
how
dive.
long have you been holding down the low end, and for how many bands, and like what are the names?
You mean like how long have I been playing bass?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have you been taking it down?
You're making me do math because I'm fucking like 250 years old.
Oh, God bless.
But I started playing like when I was 16.
Okay. So that was like 15
So,
years
like-
ago, something like that.
You said it's like 10 or 12 years.
something like that.
Dude, you're gonna be
so-
you're gonna be so mad at me right now. You're gonna be so mad. I've known this guy for like 10 years or so, and I'm like reading the notes here, and the question, like you said, how long you've been holding down the low end, and I can just think about when Sven would ask, he would call you the bottom end brother. And David really liked it when you call him the bottom end brother.
Yeah, so we used to have a drummer in Murder the Crow a long time ago, and that's what he would say. He would call me his bottom end brother, and it would make me so mad.
Well, maybe he had to be there. I'm sorry. I laughed
because I'm not from Key West.
Well, I like that.
So in answer to your question,
yeah.
Whatever that math is, since I was 16.
Okay, cool.
So a long time, and
Gotcha. So last,
I've been in.
or so.
I don't know. I haven't been in a ton of bands.
why bass?
Why bass?
Yeah, like over guitar or sing. Like what drew you to
So,
that?
so I think that was like one of your other questions on there was
Yes.
like, was I tricked into it? And I was like, I was definitely.
Were you the 17-year-old that the friends gave the bass?
I was definitely tricked into it because I was I was good friends with this guy Nick Kulikowski, and he was sort of like the surfer punk kind of kid.
Kulikowski.
And he was really great at guitar, and he wanted to start a band, and I was like his only friend. That he's like, you should start taking bass lessons. And I'm like, yeah, we should start a band. We never started a band, but I ended up taking bass lessons, and I took lessons for probably like 5 years. The guy that taught me was the live bassist for Cyndi Lauper. He was a
Ooh.
touring bassist for Cyndi Lauper, and so there's that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I did get tricked into it, and but in like during that experience, I started like my teacher said you have it's great that you're taking these lessons, but you got to start like getting some live experience. So he forced me he forced me to join a country band.
Nice.
And
wow,
that was
okay.
my first live my first gig. Yeah, the 145s and all that.
That's the shit that's so important, though. Like,
But
yeah,
it wasn't so much of like the complication of the music. The music was super easy to play, but it was like being live on stage and like getting
getting that jazz.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Dallas, and I was in like a bunch of bands there. The Reach was like a kind of like a pop band. We were very reminiscent of like the Church and REM,
Nice.
those kind of bands.
I remember
And then-
your shiny shirt picture with your long. Well, your hair's long now too, but it was
got you.
it was like Johnny Long,
Yeah.
and he had a shine. It wasn't sparkly. I think it was shiny. Can you have a shiny shirt? Is that even possible? Would it be
Yeah.
sparkles? Was it
It was,
sparkly?
it was no
It
shiny.
was shiny, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
think I know exactly.
Fucking
what
bring back the
yeah.
shiny shirt, bro.
All right.
I'll wear some shiny
Tomorrow
shirts.
night. You got a shiny shirt?
No, I said I would totally wear. a
Oh
shiny
yeah,
shirt.
I feel like
I'll
you
say it
would.
3 times fast.
I would wear a shiny shirt. I would wear a shiny shirt. I would wear a shiny shirt.
There we go. He actually
That was
pulled
pretty.
it off
That was
a
actually
lot
kind
better
of
than
good. I was
thought he would.
surprised.
But anyway, now we're getting to more chemical territories. Now we're getting to like the REM, Church, that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
So the Reach. The
Church
Reach,
is a band. Hold on, that's a band. I've never even heard that.
The Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah. They're pretty good. I mean,
I
they're
wouldn't say I'm an avid like.
Is it old school?
Yeah.
When's their
It's-
era?
it's-
Are they 80s?
like late 80s, 90s.
Early 90s? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that
I-
name. Have you
it
ever
was
heard
funny,
of
I
that?
didn't even
Yeah,
know
alright,
they carried.
I love-
through
that's
into
what I
the
love
90s.
about
I
this
only
shit, though.
thought it was the 80s.
The Church.
Funny enough.
I'll write that shit down.
After the Reach, I was in the Reach probably for like 3.5 years, and the drummer ended up getting married to somebody who had a baby, and it just kind of like spoiled everything. Anyway, I joined a band called Psalm 69, which was more like
A ministry cover band?
no.
Oh.
A lot of people used to say that. They would ask me that
Sorry.
question.
I didn't. I was that.
It was more like dark rock and roll, like if Joan Jett was on a heroin problem, like
That's cool.
it was. That was probably like one of my more favorite
Really?
bands to be in,
That sounds fun.
because
Is
were
it out there to listen to? Is it streaming anywhere?
I don't know. I know the Reach is, but I don't know if Psalm 69 is.
The Reach is out streaming?
Yeah, it's out there.
All right, guys. Shout out The Reach. Go check
Shout
that
out-
out.
Yeah, there we go.
This
Shout
dude,
out The Reach.
when he was younger. Yeah,
Um,
I like shouting
And then
out.
after that, I joined an industrial band called 18% Greyhound, and there was like a lot of synth. It was like very Nine Inch Nails, very Ministry. It was.
Shout out 9 Inch Nails next
There's
Wednesday.
a lot of
There you
shiny
go.
shirts.
A lot of shiny shirts.
A lot of shiny
Sick.
shirts.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
dope. I like that a lot. So-
Yeah.
Well, then how does so that's where that's like probably midline still in the trajectory so far, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then
The timeline, you mean?
So if we're so then what we talk about? How many years then are we talking about to get to Murder?
Oh, that was how long? How long of it? How long
I think
Well,
we met in 2015 or 2016.
So then
2016 about 15 years
So then
between that band and Murder the Crow.
Wow. Okay. So then another little segment.
Yeah.
So then you kind of come in as
I moved. So after that band fizzled out, I moved to Bermuda, and I had a brief. I had a
As one
brief,
does.
here.
I had a brief stint in a reggae band
There we go.
there.
Okay.
So
Look at this guy.
So I played a little bit of reggae out in the islands.
All right.
He likes that.
Oh,
this,
no,
this
it's
guy
mine.
writes. He writes a lot of
I'm like,
reggae.
well, I got
when we first started writing music together, he sent me his reggaes. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I didn't know what to do with them really. I was like, should I just talk about being high? Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying like that's just how my brain approaches reggae. I'm like, all right, we so high, we're on the ceiling. I think that's what I said, right? Or so.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
there was and when I came back home, which was like 2000, it was like 2003, 2004, And there was a very large gap where I didn't play music at all, and I was married but not happy, and
Gotcha.
wasn't in a good space at the
Understood.
time. So
As one does.
I just wasn't really excited about anything, including music. So I didn't play music for a long, long time. And after that marriage thing went away, I was trying to figure out what my next chapter was, and so I started picking up music again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that a lot. And then that was, I know.
I feel like Murder wasn't too far.
Yeah, because I kind of know
Yeah,
a little bit of the trajectory just because I've been around you guys long enough. I believe it was a Craigslist ad. Then.
Oh yeah, I
that
was gonna say,
connected
do I
you
get to
two.
tell that story? Because it's always been a fun story for me with David as being the bass player. And he's now, I've had Murder the Crow for what, it's 10 years now.
10 years.
Gross, jeez.
Yeah.
So when we started,
Yeah.
I'm the only original member left, and Dave's the longest standing member from like at least 8 years or something. But when when the drummer behind my back at the time put out an ad on Facebook, because I really wanted a girl in the band. I don't know, like White Zombie. Shout out White Zombie, Shania Salt. She was cool and sexy, and she was like diddle 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 diddle. And I was
Smashing
like,
Pumpkins.
wait, that's right.
Yeah.
She was like the little blonde teacup. I forgot about her. Anyway, so yes, see, shout out Smashing Pumpkins. So I told this the drummer that, and he knew that. And so then one day, just randomly, he's like, "Hey, we got this guy coming over to try out bass tonight." I'm like, "What the hell, man?" So then he shows up, and he's like, "Hey, I got an idea for the song that I was given to try out for." I'm like, "Oh, great, you got an idea, neat. Okay, cool, man. Like, show us your idea." And I feel like I was nice. I feel like my brain was like, "Be nice, be nice, be nice."
Yeah.
And then
you
he came in. He
first
showed
of all, number one, you didn't want me there.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. So like, I feel super bad now. But like at the time, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy? Like, and then he came in and he's like, "Oh, I got an idea for your song," which is now recorded. His idea was in. Oh yeah, it was beautiful. And then like from that moment, I was like, oh. And then I think it was that moment I was like, oh, well maybe you're actually the guy that should be in this band overall. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, it is funny. Yeah, I wanted a girl and I got David, and that's perfect.
Well,
It's
that's the
like,
same thing with him and his father.
Wait, my father or his father?
His father.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, David.
My mom did tell me I was an accident.
Oh God. Well, here I go sifting up drama.
She was awesome.
Well, let me divert by
Ask another question.
How do you and your band approach songwriting? And I'm saying this as if I don't already really know how some of your.
Well, the other
songwriting
people
goes.
don't know.
But what's your personal approach as well as the band approach?
My personal approach as well, it really kind of depends on the song. So there are some songs that we basically like create on the spot, and like rehearsal, like practice is like the only time we work on it. But then there's other times where we actually have like a draft of the song that's like a digital version that I can practice to at home, and work on it. So it really kind of depends on the song. Sometimes we work on it exclusively in practice, and sometimes I'm able to like bring that stuff back to my house and work on it there. Something that's been helpful is in that context is working on the vocals. We have the technology now that where we can like just record like vocal parts on the spot. We can like create harmonies on the spot, and then I can take those recordings and work on them at home. That's been really super helpful with that song Riptide that we've been working on.
For sure.
Yeah. So
We're huge fans of that. I mean, in both bands. Yeah, it is weird. It's weird to kind of like break the bridge now. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, all right. But also in CV, we use that same thing a lot, and we use that same kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it's a collective thing where we all sit down and go, all right, what do we want to do here? And sometimes, but then I think sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. No. The main thing I think we kind of come back to is always like the song, like whatever serves the song, and it kind of. The song lets you know, usually, as it starts developing and blossoming into this song. I don't mean to sound all cheesy or whatever, but like, it just starts to tell you, and like, it needs more of this, it needs, or whatever, I don't know. And then, so sometimes that happens on the spot right there in the room. You're like, boom, but you're like, oh, done. You know, record it, and then sometimes it's I don't know. Yeah, I
like
agree and like that. I like it to be kind of open, and there's not really like a set way to do it. A lot of people ask me that too, like, how do you write songs? And it's like, I don't know. All of them are different. It depends on the mood that day. What about you? Do you write the songs? I feel like you might kind of have a regimented. You feel like a regimented army style writer.
Well, I write every day, all the time, and totally. The song writes itself all the time. It's nothing. It's never open. It's if I'm writing a specific song, that song is getting written the way that specific song is getting written. There's never like just a whimsy of you could choose so many notes here. That to me is like. This is gonna sound crazy, but that's like the dumbest answer to me. Where I'm like,
well,
okay.
That's when you get caught up in like the not like could I do this? Should I do this? Well, no, you should just go with your gut instinct and just kind of go and just like you're a songwriter, like you're good at this. This is what you do, and
you're either because if I think the people who think, oh, there's so many choices of notes. I'm like, well, that's because you're a performer. Then you're not really a writer because writers all real writers, in my opinion, are gonna be like, oh yeah, for sure. Because your gut and your core is going to go like, yeah, there's only so many notes that you're going to choose for this part and this and that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's difficult for me as a bass player, actually, because I'm a very colorful player. I like, my heart is like always, I just want to play the shit out of everything. I was like, you know, Paul. But, being a bass player, like, I have to really dial that back. And there's a time and a place to be that, David. And
gotcha.
For the most part, I have to like be in sync with the drummer and like be hold down that rhythm, and I can't be like running all up and down the fretboard, because that doesn't make any sense. Even though I want to,
for sure.
like,
for sure,
yeah.
That's kind of like I think it's that's why I also want to ask, did you get tricked into playing bass? Because I know a lot of times. Coming up, we had dudes that and I'll never name any of them, but there were dudes that when they were playing, like, you know what, you're actually you're the bass player, and I think everybody kind of knows
that bass that I have over there, that purple bass I got or whatever with the Deftones sticker. That's when we were 19, we handed that to Kenny Malak, and we said, bro, and then. Soon after, he was like, well, I'm going to go buy. He bought like a fretless Warwick,
Typically, it goes in a great direction, And, I guess we'll
then he got married and had kids.
Providence favors the bold, right, guys?
That's right.
Anyway.
So, what's your live setup? It's up there. You can't see. It's off camera. But, like, what do you use in your pedal chain?
So, in my pedal chain.
Well, like your effects, like
your
go-tos, you have-tos to make you sound thick.
So I run through a Keeley compressor, and which then feeds into a Electro Harmonix Pog 2.
What is that?
It's an octaver, and it has some like very unusual sounds to it.
Sweet.
And it's probably be like overkill for what I need. I could probably like scale that thing down, but like I use it mainly to just kind of like thicken up my tone. It gives just like a whisper of like, like meat to the tone.
I know what you're saying, like probably the lower octave, just a touch of.
It just gives it a little like fatness to it. It's like it's nice. And then I have a dark glass B7K that I use for distortion, which I really, really like a lot.
I hear a lot about dark glass from
that's dope.
Bass players. This guy too. I think he appreciates. Maybe not.
It's a dope pedal. I like it a lot.
Isn't that the same? No, wait. Is that Neural?
They're
Neural DSP. Am I making things
They're related. They're like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah. They're lovers.
They're lovers. Cool. All right. So I kind of know things. Not really.
But I think like the thing that like really I guess makes my tone is the like my actual like amp is like the Mark Bass rig that I play through. I have a full stack, which is probably way like overkill for what I need around here, but
probably is not the word, but it's dope as fuck. This thing rattles my whole house.
Yeah, you like turn it up to 2 and it's just like breaking windows. It's like
it's dope. you guys can't see it. There's 4 10s. I believe those are 10s.
Yeah, there's four.
4
It's a
10s
410
and then
cabinet.
like a 15
and then
or
a
a
15.
16 down there, and it's.
What I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually skip a few of these and go to. Yeah, I'm gonna
I guess
compress a little.
we know how important my interview is.
Well, we're actually answering. What's funny is we actually keep answering.
We're already saying things.
A bunch of them as we go through, which is good. But I'm going to kind of actually.
What about number 4?
That's what I'm going to be at the end. So I'm going to skip that. We're going to go. Tampa Bay has a pretty unique music scene. What do you think makes it different from other places?
Oh, that's a deep question. It has a unique music scene. I think the thing that makes it different, and I don't know if this is necessarily a great answer, but it's very cover heavy. As opposed to like other areas like Orlando or Boston or Dallas, like that, like probably cater to a more original music crowd. It's as an original music artist here, it could be a very big challenge to try and get your message across. But if you play the shit out of Jimmy Buffett, you can fucking get gigs for days.
Say, if you like Margaritaville,
Gotcha. I mean, so I was. That's wasn't the answer.
So like I think the thing, like I guess what I'm trying to say, it actually caters to kind of like a touristy kind of town. It's like there's a lot of transplants here.
I guess I'm more asking like what makes the music diversity itself, not in the propensity for you to play shows, but how is the music scene itself, what makes it what it is with the kind of bands that are in the scene. That's more of what I was referring to.
I don't know if this answers your question, but I think there's a lot of really talented undiscovered people here, because it's like overshadowed by the reasons I was explaining earlier. There's especially like Cruel Curses. Those guys are super talented, and I've seen I've seen a lot of talented bands here, and it's just like
frustrating.
It can be frustrating. It's like why aren't more people coming out and hearing these bands? Because they're really fucking amazing. Chemical Vision is fucking amazing. Murder the Crow is amazing.
We'll give you the $20 later.
Yeah. No, but it's like Sahi.
Yeah.
Those are my boys. I love those guys.
Yeah. There's a ton, and then there's a ton of like Roby. We both saw Roby play recently, and
yes.
He's like he's kind of on a different end of the spectrum. So I think there is a spectrum of music here. There's pop, there's metal, there's rock, there's probably rap. I'm not a rapper, but I just think that I don't know.
Well, so that being said, if you could collaborate with any band or artist, this doesn't have to stick to like local, and we'll kind of wrap the interview up with this question. It can be dead or alive, any era, basically any musician. Who would you want to collaborate with?
That's a really tough question to answer, because I think I come from like a very diverse musical background. I've played all sorts of different kinds of music, and I love all the stuff that I play. So I would love to like perform with like somebody like Katy Perry or like Taylor Swift, because I feel like they're because
you'd make lots of money.
Well, not just that. It's like
absolutely.
I feel like it's a genre of music that I could like really lay down some like really cool grooves for. But at the same time, it's like I would love to like jam with the guys from from Rage Against the Machine, like Tom Morello and
that's more,
Brad Wilk and those guys.
More of what I was thinking is, and that was kind of more. Not, I'm gonna say your genre was what I'm looking for. It's kind of your vibe as far as like maybe if you want to do like a straight cold jam. That's what maybe
90s,
what you want to jump into, right?
Yeah.
But I'll totally say, I do know that your taste in music is eclectic enough. I think you'd be able to play with, just about anybody. And so that's pretty cool. I like that. That was a good answer to that. Well, then following that up, then where do you see yourself in your music headed in the next couple of years? And we'll couple that with like, is there a favorite track that gets you excited for what you're playing now, and that gets you excited to continue doing this, or?
That's a good question. Because again, I'm 250 years old, so it's like I don't have a lot of time left.
All right, Gandalf.
his regeneration, his
regeneration
factor is slowly wearing off.
Like in a perfect world, and if I can ever get the motivation behind it, I would love to put out like some kind of like a solo album, but not like in the context that you think.
You say soul or solo?
Solo.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
kind of like like what our buddy Carrie is doing.
Right.
But not in the context of like that style of music, or even the style of music that we are doing.
Yeah.
Maybe something more like electronic.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love electronic music too. Because
Well, definitely hit your boy up.
Yeah.
I'm definitely about an electronic collab. That's always something we're down with.
Yeah. As like that'd be like a dream. As far as like the bass playing goes, I'd love to play a lot more live shows. I love being up on stage. I love that's kind of like my happy place, is being up on stage. And even if there's like two people out in the audience, it's like I played those two people like my
They're gonna get it.
Like
they gonna get it.
My heart believes
This guy's really good at that too. Always doing his hair toss.
Yeah, I get turned on stage.
Yeah,
quite honest with you.
Every time I play a show with him, my friends are always like, "You did good, but that Johnny guy." I'm like, "All right, Johnny, stand behind me next time, okay?
I know.
My
Flip
neck
your hair
definitely
behind
pays-
me so
pays
I
the
look
price.
cool."
Johnny, you can flip your hair right now, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Don't let me forget the
Hey,
serum. The
Oh,
serum.
yeah, the serum, hair
Gotta
serum.
keep
That's
Gotta keep it pretty.
That's the actual episode name.
That's
hair
it.
serum. But anyway, I think that's. What do you think, Tyler? Is this a great point to kind of switch gears into?
Yeah, let's talk about.
Let's move on to segment
This-
4.
Yes.
For Tex-Mex.
That's right. So this is segment 4, Tex-Mex, and Tyler. To kind of what's this all about?
Well, this is kind of like. Well, we kind of already sort of touched it with David earlier, but it's where we talk about where our mechs in our band, they tell us about their favorite 20th first century gear, and then usually they're off gallivanting with earth women, and
That's right.
and so we just talk about whatever the fuck we feel like. It's
That's
really
right.
what ends up happening. But so today we've already asked you what you played through. So we've kind of already asked you your gear. So I think Johnny might have a transmission from one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So I do have a transmission, and this is coming from the Impact Mech. Okay, and this is because we forced him either that, or we're sending him back to the future. That.
Yeah, let him be.
Yeah.
I mean,
But anyway, his transmission was the Roland SPDSS SPDSX.
say that 3 times
Yeah, no,
fast.
there's no way. I'm already one time through. I'm tripping. So anyway,
And what is that?
It is the Roland sample pad that we use for pretty much all our live endeavors. Impact kills it. That's how we get a lot of the electronic stuff, which I want to collab with you on. Maybe we can get you in there and take away some of Impact's jobs, and we'll get you just working the
Yeah, we'll
pad
get
by
you a
itself.
stick and you
Yeah.
can hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be the you'll be the yeah, that a voice. See, maybe you don't even need a pad. But anyway, so I like.
Sometimes
I
I
like
need a pack.
Wait, Michael Winslow.
Yeah. And then we have then Submech, his transmission, and for his favorite piece of gear, and you might be down with this. His favorite piece of gear is also his dark glass pedal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would you say is that if you had to pick one, gun to your head,
If I had to pick one,
Pick one
like
piece of your
my
gear,
favorite one
yeah.
that I cuddle with at night,
that we
Yes.
that would be the dark. That would be the dark glass.
Got-
Dark
Dark
and
glass,
dark
that's what I
glasses.
figured.
I'm sorry, I'm
The
a guitar
dark
player.
glass.
That's a distortion pedal, or does it do
It
more?
is. I mean, it shapes.
It's a distortion pedal,
It mainly
but a
distortion
bass
pedal.
distortion
Yeah.
pedal. So that's like, I understand. It's a
Yeah.
shape shifter.
It's not for you whiny guitar players.
well okay.
Guys, tomorrow night, Shapeshifter, Cruel Curses. They better fucking
Yes.
play it. They probably won't.
But that actually brings me to my favorite piece of gear right now. Still rocking the Axe Effects audio X8. That's my favorite piece for live.
It's right over here.
Yeah, you guys
In a
can see
box.
It's out of frame, but I love that thing. How about you,
It's
Tyler?
dope. Yep. Oh, I like your thing. I want you to buy the thing that you were talking about, so I can just buy your thing.
yeah.
Seriously, because I really like my amp. I have the old JVM, and this thing, I point like you can see on camera, but I love my amp. But I really appreciate the thing that you got, because every time I can just plug it over here into here, and then it sounds good in the headphones. It sounds good in the monitors. It sounds good over there. It's just kind of always there.
That's
This
kinda
thing's
why I love
great
digital.
and loud, but I don't know the
So
versatility.
he's talking about the Marshall JVM, and he's got the 1960 cabs. These slant
It's
and
taller than me.
straight
It's
combo.
so loud. It's it's awesome,
Yeah.
but it's so unnecessary, really. And it's do you want or do you want I don't know.
I think
I
also
actually know what you're talking about.
they're more analog. I've been digital for a long time.
Yeah.
I love it, and that's
I would go digital if I just had an extra couple grand, because I feel like the one that I would want, maybe the neural. I don't even know I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I feel like the
No,
one.
that
I
would-
feel
that
like I
would be the
looked it
way
up
I'd go.
once and it was like $1,800, and I'm like, oh, okay,
there's some new stuff coming out. I'll show you after the pod.
all right, sweet.
But anyway, listen, I think we actually kind of jumped into this because this was like the crossover jam talk. But just to lightly touch on this before we start to close, we should get you to do either do some electronic stuff, and maybe we'll collab with the chemical stuff, or maybe get you on a bass solo or something on that. Would you be open for a collab at some point?
Yeah.
This is actually something that I know we kind of just jumped you with it, but we're starting to do this maybe.
You can jump me anytime, Johnny.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
But I honestly didn't even think that went through. That was a good catch. We're trying to get new artists, anybody that's into chemical, into the podcast. We're going to start featuring you on some of our tracks. And with that full length that we're telling you guys that we have coming out, we're just going to be a couple features on there. Maybe one of them will be David Scott.
Maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, well, Tyler, you got some stuff for us before we close?
Well, I just want to thank David for fucking hanging out and doing your thing with us, dropping in and
Wait, are we on segment 5?
being cool.
We're on closing.
Well, we're on closing. See, because
Oh.
segment 5 is about the crossover jam, and we're
Oh, I
already
missed it.
we're already best friends.
See, this is why you need to
crossover
talk on
jamming.
grid. This is why we needed you to have the metronome.
Hold on. There it is for you. So, anyway, no, thank you, David.
Anyway,
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you,
for having
Cass. Thank you, Pops. We appreciate you guys for hanging with us.
Shout out live studio audience.
Yeah, those Mechs, this one goes shout out to Foxton, those thieving bastards. Anyway, thank you guys very much. Keep dreaming, keep the vision. God bless. I'm Johnny Chase.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm David. Thank you for having me.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace. Yeah, of course it is, because nobody's touched anything yet.
It's still going, David.
This is
David,
awkward.
it's still going. I know. It's like
I don't
people are
know how
still
to
watching.
compute.
They're still watching.